G'day Australia, I'm Greg, this is Matt, and welcome to today's webinar on Yellow SEM. First of all, put your hand up if you know what SEM stands for. Well, it's search engine marketing, which is great, but Matt, what does search engine marketing mean?
Great question, Greg. So search engine marketing is an opportunity to ensure that you're found on the first page of Google for products and services that you provide. It's a great opportunity for a business to be found across the search engine and to be able to drive great results to your business and be able to measure whether you're getting a return on investment for your money spent.
Okay, so just to put that into perspective, let's say I'm in my garden, I'm looking at the garden and there's some shrubs that need, trimming in the backyard, right? What I could do is I could jump onto Google and businesses can actually appear for the exact type of needs that I have. So I might be looking at that and thinking shrub removal or rubbish removal or hedge trimmer. And when I jump onto Google, and I'll actually do it right now, you'll see the sort of results that will come up, which are businesses. So I'm going to jump on my computer and I'm actually going to do a search here for gardening Glenelg. Okay, so boom, that's it. So you can see the options that have come up there on page one answer all my needs. And me being a little bit of a busy guy or a bit lazy, I'm going to jump onto those first couple of options and see which of those are more likely to satisfy my needs, which I've just typed into Google. And really that's the beauty of SEM. As a business, you can pick and choose the exact type of things that you would like to get more business for by choosing those search queries that people type into Google that are going to be relevant to the type of work that you want.
Absolutely. And what's great about search and marketing is you can target keywords and services that you provide, and you only get charged every time somebody clicks on your ad. So you could be at the top of Google for search results, and it may not cost you anything unless people are clicking on your ad and going to your website.
Yeah, look, and we've been doing this for a long time and we're very good at it. We've actually going to have a chat to our partners over in Google a little bit further down in the webinar, but we do this with thousands of business to deliver effective search results right across Australia. We've won Google's Premier Partner Award for growing businesses online, which again, you'll hear more about in a moment. And this is in recognition of delivering outstanding results, including 10.5 million clicks to advertisers over the last 12 months.
Yeah, absolutely, Greg.
Quite phenomenal. So that's a lot of extra traffic for the businesses that we look after. Now, there's a lot that goes into creating a successful SEM campaign. There's a lot of things to consider, but a lot of it centres around keywords. So Matt, explain to me a little bit about keywords.
Yeah, absolutely. So keywords are really determined as to what products and services you want to be found for. So when setting up a campaign, there are many things that we need to consider. We're looking at what products and services you want to be found for. What areas do you want to be targeting? Whether your business is a 24 hours a day, 7-day business shop front on the internet, and if you have seasonal trends through your industry as well. So whether that's busier traffic through summer or through winter, depending on what you're trying to attract to your website.
Okay, cool. So yeah, we've talked about the fact that as a business, you can target very, very specific type of work for your business by choosing the right keywords that are relevant to that work that you want to get. You can also tie it into seasonality and special offers. So, in January, it might be a quiet time for your business for what you normally do. Let's say you do heating and cooling. So in January, you might move more into the air conditioning side of your business. And then as we get to winter, you'll move more back into the heating type of keywords to make sure that you're staying busy constantly throughout the year. So search engine marketing will put you in front of those customers in the right place at the right time with the relevant offer. So there's a lot to think about and there's a big list of possibilities that go into setting up a successful search campaign. And that's why working with experts like Yellow and their Yellow SEM product is really important, because we can sit down with you and we can look at the right keywords, the right message, the right offers that are going to get you the right sort of business that you want and the right sort of customers coming into your business.
Absolutely, Greg. So when we look at things like budget and budgets in the search engine marketing space, you may have heard that it can be quite pricey for certain keywords. But the thing is, sometimes it takes a little bit of lateral thinking to set the right campaign to suit your budget. So let's look at the keyword handyman. You go after the keyword handyman. When we look at a bit of lateral thinking, to be really specific, to reduce that cost per click, you might want to look at handyman services Carlton or handyman services to clean grout Carlton. Now what that's going to do is it's really going to bring that consumer into that buying funnel. They're right down to the point of where they know what they're actually looking for. Yes, the volume for the search term isn't as high, but they're ready to purchase. And what that will do is it will drive a cheaper cost per click to your business and then hopefully result in a new consumer.
Yeah, I think it's about getting relevant calls, Matt, not just getting the most amount of clicks, but the most amount of relevant customers to your website that are going to convert into paying customers.
Yeah, absolutely, Greg.
So thanks for that, Matt, that quick overview of SEM and all the basics around keywords and offers and all of that. It's great advice for all businesses out there. Now, I've got a little special guest coming in. We've got our friends at Google, the kings of SEM. We've actually got Gabe, and when I talk to him in a minute, we're going to pose to him the type of questions that a lot of our customers out there in the field talk to us about and would like to get the answers directly from Google from.
Hey, Gabe, thanks for joining us today. So the first question we have is, what does it mean to be a Google Premier Partner?
Yeah, so basically the Google Partner Program is an accreditation that we give to the top agencies in Australia. Within the partner program, there are different tiers of partnership, with Premier Partner being the top echelon or the top tier of those Premier Partners. What this all means is basically the SEM results that partners like Yellow are able to achieve with their customers. And basically it also means that the Yellow team receives the top level of support from the Google team.
Thanks, Gabe. Now, Yellow also recently won the Google Growing Businesses Online Award, which we're extremely proud of. But what does this actually mean, and why is it important for potential Yellow SEM customers?
Yeah, so Growing Businesses Online is an award that we give out annually to our Premier Partners, basically for outstanding work with their small business partners. It indicates that Yellow's account managers are experts in their field when applying search engine marketing with the thousands of businesses that they work with. They've also been able to use search engine marketing to basically help these businesses get found by more and more customers over time.
Thanks, Gabe. What are some current search trends that Google's seeing, and how has COVID influenced these trends?
Yeah, so 2020 has obviously been a really challenging year for small businesses, particularly those with storefronts. Throughout 2020, what we've seen for that reason is a huge shift towards digital and a huge shift across virtually all industries to online, which has basically accelerated a trend that was already taking place. We're also seeing a lot more people change the way their search queries, basically change the way that they search. The term near me is rapidly increasing and important for storefronts, and virtual experiences like this webinar, virtual weddings, virtual graduations, basically virtual anything you can think of is really surging at the moment. This has resulted in a massive spike for video platforms and streaming services, including YouTube, which basically, in a nutshell, presents so many opportunities for small businesses in the online space, and really something that a lot of small businesses are jumping into and taking advantage of in 2020.
Yeah, awesome. That definitely marries up with some of the things we're seeing out there in the market. Another question that we get a lot when we're talking to customers, Gabe, is how can small businesses make the most of their search engine marketing budget?
Yeah, so getting started on Google and search engine marketing is reasonably straightforward. However, it always helps to have the support of an expert or a business that can support you when setting up your account and understanding what you want to achieve. It's the first things first. It's really good to have an idea of a budget. So devising a strategy is a crucial way for us to get to this budget number. For example, your strategy may be you may want to bid on more local keywords to attract more customers to your store or in your area, or look at very specific long tail keywords which are more affordable because the audience reach is limited. So it's really dependent on what strategy you want to pursue. This is all very specific, though, to how quickly you want to grow your business. If you want to grow your business really rapidly, you'll obviously have a different strategy to if you want slow and steady growth. But it's often important to nut out what this strategy looks like and get an agency to support you when you're first setting up your account so that you can devise a strategy that really works for your business.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, we put a lot into search engine marketing campaigns, and we've got experts in the field. We're working with you guys, Gabe. We've got expert campaign managers. So, yeah, it's certainly something that I think if you want to get the best results, you want to deal with an expert. Now, one thing that we do get asked quite a bit, Gabe, is how long does SEM actually take to work?
Yeah, so it's an interesting question. Search engine marketing is an incredible tool where you can set up quickly, and if implemented well, results can start happening really fast. Really, the process is as quick or as slow as you need it to be. This means it's an excellent way to promote a new special or to prepare for the upcoming holiday season. if you want to get some sales or some promotions out there quickly. But search engine marketing is also a great way to drive leads and to drive results year round. Being at the top of search results is always going to be a fantastic way to drive leads for your business and to continue to grow your business.
Thanks, Gabe. Now, it would be remiss of me when we've got Google on the line to not ask if there's any tips and tricks that you can share for our businesses when they're thinking about SEM marketing.
Yeah, so the most important starting point for a business is basically just when it comes to search engine marketing is to know exactly what you want to get from your advertising. So it's really critical, as I kind of mentioned earlier, to think about what results you want to drive and devise that strategy. For example, do you want to get more clicks to your website? Is that important to your business? Do you want to get visits to your local store? We can support in driving that as well. Are you selling products online? Say, for example, if you're an e-commerce store or recently transitioned to an e-commerce store as a result of storefronts closing, is that what you want to do? By having a clear understanding of what your goal is, you'll be able to drive results much more quickly and get a clear idea of how your advertising is performing and what return on investment you are getting. If you're not sure how to set up this tracking and these what we call conversions, make sure you speak to a partner who knows what they're doing and enlist the expert of someone like a Google Premier partner.
Okay, great. Thanks for joining us, Gabe. I've already said to the audience that you're going to jump on our chat line now and answer any questions that anyone would like to pose directly to Google. Which we really appreciate you doing that for us. It's been fantastic catching up with you and great to let our viewers get the inside word from Google Direct. So appreciate your time.
No problem at all. My pleasure.
All right, Matt, what's up next?
Yeah, so we've spoken to Google. Now it's time to sit down and have a discussion with a small business owner called James. James is based over in WA and owns Mandurah Outboards. James, thanks for joining us today. Why did Mandurah Outboards decide to use Yellow SEM, and what was the need or problem the business wanted to solve at the time?
Like a lot of the leisure industry, our target market, our audience, our customers are doing a lot of research online, and that's where we were present with our website, but not really at the level that we wanted to be at. So a lot of our customers are using websites and such as business websites, forums type websites, and also YouTube to do a lot of their research, their product research before actually making contact with marine dealerships like us. So it was important for us to be present and in front of their face, and that's why we chose to be where we are today.
Thanks, James. Just a question, why did you use Yellow as your SEM agency?
We were already using Yellow in a different application, but with our target market really honing in, doing a lot of their research online, it was important for us to be in that presence, as I mentioned earlier. So we reached out to Yellow, and when they come back to us with a bit of a plan, to be honest, it was offerings that they had that I didn't know that they had, and they came to us and they said, well, we can actually do this for you and we can put it together. I mean, people like myself are constantly busy and we just don't have time to do it ourselves. We know what we want, and so for someone to basically say, we sort of understand what you want or how does this sound, it makes it very easy.
Cool. And what kind of results, James, did your SEM campaign initially deliver?
Well, initially, and one of the main things that I like out of online campaigns is that they're tangible and reportable, obviously. So we can, unlike other avenues of marketing, we can see how many phone calls we're getting, how many hits we're getting on our website, how long people are staying on our website, how long they're on the phone for. Which was first and foremost important. So it was sort of tangible to a point where we could touch it, feel it, and understand it. We've got a lot of our own market down here where we're based in Mandurah, and we really wanted to grab some more people from Perth, and also in the Midwest region, and that's an area that we focus on today. So we certainly see a lot more leads come from Perth. People aren't afraid to buy off us, even though that they're an hour away. It's not a big thing for them. And even in the Midwest region as well, that's a market we're currently focusing on with the particular products, and we get some good leads from there. So it just certainly more leads. And when we get an opportunity, we ask our customers, hey, where did you find us? Hey, whereabouts are you from? Are you local, or are you from a different area? And say, I'm from X suburb. And I go, hey, look, how did you get a hold of us? And they go, I just found you guys online. And really, that comes down to the SEN stuff, because we've been top of the search pages and people have been able to find us.
Thanks, James. And look, lastly, have you got any advice for businesses out there considering using SEM as part of their marketing strategy?
Give it a go, whether it be for 6 months, whether it be for 12 months. To be honest, it's not a huge cost to the business. I think there's probably money being spent in businesses on advertising that's probably a little bit dull and probably needs a bit of a refresh. We were certainly in that basket at 12 to 18 months ago, and put a bit of a plan together. The people at Yellow, and particularly if you've got Rachel, are great to deal with. They're energetic. They want to learn about your business. They're excited to see it grow, see new leads come through. And I just think one of the best things for us is you can see the data. It's tangible. You can see what's going on. If it's not working, then it doesn't work. And that's okay. It might be, there's other things to look at maybe internally at your business, or you can continually tweak things. But it's tangible. You can see it. And that's the biggest benefit for us.
Thanks, James.
So there you have it, the word on SEM. We've heard both sides of the coin today. We've heard from Gabe at Google, and we've heard from James from Mandra Outboard Motors.
Okay, so both parties there post a pretty compelling picture as to why SEM should make up a pretty important part of any really, really good marketing campaign for your business. Instant leads, relevant leads, get the type of customers that you want directly to your business and directly to your website. If you'd like to learn any more about search engine marketing, you can jump onto our website, yellow.com.au, and we've got some articles, some blogs, some information on there that you can do some further reading and learn a little bit more about search engine marketing. You can also request to contact someone within our business, and we'll either talk to you over the phone or we'll come out to your business and sit down with you and actually work out what is the right keywords and the right campaign for your business to get things up and running. And finally, there's information about our products on there as well. So if you're not sure, whether a $500 campaign or a $5,000 campaign is the right type of thing for your business, you can jump on there and see what different options are there. And then when you're armed up with a little bit more information, then give us a buzz and we can have a chat. So until next time, thanks for watching and stay safe.
Thank you, Australia.